Rusty MacLachlan. It's R-U-S-T-Y, and the last name is M-A-C, capital L-A-C-H-L-A-N. I'm Republican running for Greene County Commissioner, District 1.
Okay. What issue is most important to you as we head into November?
I think the concern that I have about Greene County is that right now nearly 1 out of 4 families lives at or below the poverty level. We know that Greene County is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. We've got a lot of businesses that are growing here, construction, manufacturing, a lot of opportunities. So I think an effort needs to be made to bring those folks that are caught in generational poverty into the mix in the better paying jobs that are within our community. And I think when we do that, we'll all benefit.
What are we doing wrong right now, if anything, and what will you do differently if you win?
Well, I think that not so much what we're doing wrong. I think that we're just maybe overlooking that we have the 1 in 4. You know, as a community, we're at or near the top of the state in domestic violence, child abuse, thefts, and those sorts of things. I recently went to a luncheon where Jamie Willis spoke at that luncheon. She's with the Family Justice Center. And she pointed to a chart that showed peaks and valleys in domestic violence. And someone asked the questions about what led to the valleys. Is there a common denominator? And she said when the head hold of the house had gainful employment, they felt better about themselves and the violence tended to drop. So I've met with Jack Stack, met with a lot of folks. I have a construction background. I know of a great number of opportunities in construction and manufacturing to bring people out of the generational poverty and into a good paying job. And I think in doing that, we'll improve our economy. Those numbers will tend to drop. I think we'll see crime rate go down, and we'll bring more people into productive and profitable citizens for our community.
What do you think is most important to the district?
Well, I think right now we're spending $160 million taxpayer dollars on a new jail. And I think it's a worthwhile project, and I'm honestly quite excited about it. As a 37-year general contractor and builder, business owner with that background, I'm excited about joining the team of commissioners and being responsible maybe more for that position, overseeing the purchase and the building of the new jail.
What do you believe is top of mind for voters right now? Economy, race, or COVID-19, which is the biggest concern, and how would you address it?
You know, I would say probably the economic setback from COVID-19. I think everybody understands that COVID-19 is somewhat of a scary topic. I think we all know people that have been sick, had a good, healthy friend recently die from COVID-19. So it's not anything to snub our nose at. I think it's real. I think that the shutdown of the economy certainly hurt a lot of folks and a lot of businesses, and I think we're anxious to get back to some sense of normal. I do see that there's probably a cure on the horizon, or at least a vaccine on the horizon, and with that in mind, I think the economy is important to folks right now, that we need to get things rolling back to a sense of normal, if you will.
How would you reassure voters that you will fight for what they want?
Well, I can tell you this, my background comes in service. For 37 years, my wife and I have been married. We have 4 children, we have 5 grandchildren. 34 of those years we've served our church in the youth group and led mission trips and that sorts of thing. I've been president of our local Home Builders Association, president at the state level. I'm on the Habitat for Humanity board, I'm on the Springfield Traffic Advisory Board. I guess you'd say that in my family, I feel like we're wired to serve, and we enjoy that sort of thing. So with a servant's heart and 37 years of business experience, through difficult times, honestly, ups and downs, managing that business and doing things successfully, I think that best prepared me for this position, and I would like to think that gives voters confidence in casting their vote for me.
Okay. Why run for office?
Well, a sense of service, quite honestly. Several years ago, folks began to ask me if I had considered running for office. And really about 2 years ago, with some prayerful reflection, it became pretty obvious to me that maybe now was the time. I met with Harold Bench, and he encouraged me to run for this position. So with that in mind, I got a strong sense that now was the time and this was the right position. So honestly, I just love to serve and help others That's why we led all those 50-plus kids on mission trips and would give up 10 days of our summer vacation to sleep on floors and do that sort of thing. So it's a bigger, better opportunity to serve my community, and that's what I'm excited about.